What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and we are back with some more attacks. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the attacks, but while this is running, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about something else. Now, the main guild is currently recruiting, so if you're looking for a guild, if you are a rally leader, or if you know what you're doing, especially active players that are knowledgeable in war and can actually take care of themselves, those are the type of players that we're looking for. But also, we're looking into maybe starting like a secondary guild, like a branch off of our own main guild. And we have kind of like a good solid foundation to get it started. But of course, a guild is made up of 100 people. So if you're interested in that, then maybe message me in game or in the comment section of this video. And that way I know exactly how much we would have to get started off with. This doesn't mean that we would just take just anybody. At the end of the day, we want active people that know the game, that aren't clueless about how things work. But maybe you're not, 200, 300 million might. Maybe you're 80 million, 90 million might. But if you're knowledgeable and you're active and you're helpful, that's the kind of thing that we will more than likely be looking forward to getting. But at the same time, this is something that I kind of just want to test to see how well we can get off. If we can start with a good solid foundation, then that'll be something to look forward to. So you see the rally hit right here. This one hurt. Let's see. He had almost 1 million troops dead on that one. And the scout report probably just says that he only has one type of troop left, which is the range, which is usually the case. And that means that a good solo infantry hit would pretty much destroy him. So that's what I did. But getting back into the guild thing, keep in mind that K81 right now has about 6 or 7 Chinese guilds at the moment, so we are way outnumbered. But that also would show that you know how to hide your things, that you know how to play the game, because these Chinese guilds aren't like the superpowers like other ones, but the numbers, just the sheer numbers is quite a bit. So if this is something that you're interested in, for sure, let me know, and then we could probably get that started, get that going as a good secondary guild. Now, this rally right here, this guild, for whatever reason, started calling out my guild and started calling everybody farmers. There's always that guild that whenever you attack them, all of a sudden they just start crying about it. Like, it's a war game. You're gonna get attacked, and what can you do? The best thing that you can do is hide your stuff. If you don't hide your stuff and people take your leader, kill your troops, and you don't have a nap with them, well, whose fault was it really? It was probably your fault. But of course, there's always that one guild that always wants to cry, and this was that one guild. And unfortunately for them, this is what's most unfortunate. Yes, some people ported there, they took some resources and whatnot, but we never really looked to them to rally anybody or anything like that. And then they started just talking nonsense all day long in world chat, and we made it a point to target them. You see, everything went south from there. If you would have just, okay, they came in and attacked, we didn't protect ourselves, that's what it is. Maybe set some traps. But the worst thing that you can really do is start talking nonsense about the guild over and over all day long, about a guild that's not really targeting you, because then they really are going to target you. And that's exactly what happened in this instance. We weren't looking to rally them, but their mouth, and unfortunately this is what happens. So the first rally hits, we went complete cavalry. Now the main issue here with the first hit is that we don't know what phalanx he was in, so it was kind of a blind hit, and unfortunately he was in ranged phalanx, so that was the worst possible outcome for us. That means that all our cavalry hit their ranged front line, and yeah, it wasn't really a good turnout. It wasn't bad. I mean, we still won in the end, but it could have been much better if we would have gone with infantry, for instance. But since now we know exactly what he has, what I ended up doing is actually rallying again full cavalry. Now, why exactly did I go full cavalry again? Well, because even though range was their front line in that last rally, now that last rally pretty much left them with no ranged. So that means that cavalry will once again be the way to go, and it's gonna hurt a lot more this time. So Here we go. Let me tell you, these kind of rallies are the most annoying because it failed in less than a minute. So we were just there for 4 minutes just waiting. And then it had such a long walk because I hate the people that are just like in an island. It's super annoying. So there goes the march. The march was like a minute and something. And check out Malchik. He's just like, he's soloing attacking right after. He's just like, alright, well after this rally hit, I'm gonna go ahead and have my solo hit right after. He already knew that I was gonna pretty much wipe him. So it's a good strategy. Just don't try to overdo it sometimes because it could backfire, especially if you don't know exactly what's gonna happen. But it did work out. We dropped him to 136. Mal hits and he drops him to 126. So that was a 10 million hit solo hit. And looking at what survived, that was pretty much what was left. So again, if you're a smaller guild, if you have somebody that goes to your hive and attacks you and whatever, be ready to protect your stuff or set traps. The way to go about it is not going into world chat and talking smack about that guild the whole day. Because I mean, if you do it right after, okay, whatever. But when you do it all day long, the only thing that you're going to accomplish is making that guild specifically target you. And that's just worst case scenario, not only for you, but for all your guildmates, that maybe they might have a lapse in the shield for just a couple minutes, and that's all it's gonna take. So don't be that guild. Yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later.